I'm Nadine Vosloo and welcome to a how-to with Tjhoko Paint. Today I'll be showing you creative ways of using Tjhoko Paint's Antique Brown Glaze. The possibilities are endless, but I'm going to share some creative ways of using the product with you. Firstly, Antique Brown Glaze can be used to stain raw timber surfaces to look more antique, more rustic and more industrial. I'll be using the Antique Brown Glaze. Each bottle comes with its own stirring stick because it does contain some pigment that needs to be mixed well with the rest of the content. Now you can use it as is to stain raw wood, and that's the first thing I'm going to show. And then there are some ways of just adding more excitement. I am using some old rags dipped in water. These are actually pieces of mutton cloth that I have wet with normal water, so they're nice and damp. The first step would be wet the wood with the water, and this allows for even distribution of the color onto the surface. I'm going to dirty my cloth, my damp mutton cloth, with the glaze. And I'm simply going to wipe my piece of wood with my glaze to change the color of the wood. If you want to change the color of the Antique Brown Glaze, due to the fact that all Tjhoko Paint's products are water-based, we have the freedom to play around. I'm going to mix the Antique Brown Glaze with different Tjhoko colors to get different tones on my raw timber surface. We are going to be creative and be playful. This is something that you can decide. And what I always recommend is test on a small area first. See if the tone that you have mixed together is suitable for your surface before you're attempting a large area. I'm going to mix together 1 part Vineyard Stone and 1 part Antique Brown Glaze. All Tjhoko Paint's products are water-based, so while there are spills and it's still wet, it can just be cleaned with some water. I'm dipping my paintbrush in my mix. I'm evenly going to distribute it onto my damp cloth. I'm wiping on my raw wooden surface to accomplish a different tone on the raw wood. I'm going to repeat the same process, this time just by mixing simply Sepiwe with the Antique Brown Glaze. So I repeat the steps same as before. Make sure your wood is wet. Work with a damp piece of mutton cloth. I add the paint and glaze mix to my damp cloth. I have a damp cloth that's clean on the back, so if I want to wipe anything away and create more a muted version on my surface, I simply turn my cloth to the cleaner section and wipe away. Easily, quickly, cost effectively, and in an environmentally friendly way. Due to the fact that all our products are water-based, I have stained my raw timber surface. Next, I'll be showing how to use the Antique Brown Glaze on a painted surface. You will see on the instructions on the lid, we mentioned to add 30% water. An easier way to remember and to do this is to mix 3 parts Antique Brown Glaze with 1 part cooled boiled water. First step, mix your Antique Brown Glaze well. 3 parts. I'm using a 30 milliliter measuring cup. I'm adding 1 part water. And I'm going to add the full sample jar of matte black. Remember, this can be stored in an airtight container and you can reuse and reuse and reuse. You will see you actually need so little, but this is a lovely mix. Remember each time before use to mix well, just to make sure that everything is mixed. I use a dry paintbrush, and next to me I have damp pieces of mutton cloth. Fold it like a ball, ready to use. I dip my dry paintbrush in my mixture. I remove excess, you need a little. And what I have in front of me is a beautiful choco embellishment that is a beautiful accent to add to a furniture piece. I'm painting my antique glaze onto my embellishment that has been painted with cloud white, and 4-hour drying time was allowed. And I just make sure I reach in all those grooves and crevices. Depending on the weather, you can maybe work small areas at a time just to prevent the glaze from drying while you're still busy working. But also remember, everything is water-based, so if you need to touch up with paint, you can just paint over the antique glaze again. So at no point are you stuck. Everything and anything can be fixed. After I've painted, I use my damp cloths and I start wiping away. And all the drama and detail will sit at the back. I start by even gentle pressure on the surface, and as I proceed I can see where I need to apply more pressure. You can wear gloves just to clean your hands more easily, or simply wash with warm water and soap after use. And there you have it, an authentic looking aged finish. Next, I'll be adding antique brown glaze on a stencil of Paris surface. We have a complete video on the stencil of Paris process, so please refer to that for guidance. I am going to do the exact same as I've done to the embellishment and create drama and detail, and then also at the end show you, if you want to change something, how to do it with your paint. The only thing I will do differently, due to the fact that it's a large surface, I will work smaller areas at a time to prevent the antique brown glaze from drying while I'm still busy working. And the more I wipe, the more antique glaze I remove. So this is personal preference. You continue to wipe until you have reached the tone that you like. Afterwards, I'm also going to show how to emphasize the base color that I've initially started with. And now that my antique brown glaze application is complete, I'm just going to share some more inspiration with you. First of all, if you want to hide any imperfections, you can either do a wash technique. There are some videos available on different techniques, so go watch them. Or you can do dry brushing, and this is something that I'm going to do now. Just as an add-on, the color that I've used right in the beginning, and this is lovely Lorinda, named after my mom. And now what I do is I just brush gently over my surface. I am done and I am so happy. It looks absolutely amazing. Just imagine this. on a chest of drawers, on a furniture piece, on the backing of a bookshelf, on a wall. The possibilities are endless. I am the tool to supply inspiration, but you are the medium that needs to use it. So if you need more inspiration, please follow our Facebook page, join our Facebook group Tjhoko Creations, and look out for more videos on our YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and find endless Tjhoko inspiration.